Joining me now is Mark Lamont Hill, CNN political commentator, Ben Ferguson, CNN political commentator, and host of the Ben Ferguson Show. It is Mark and Ben time. Mark, does this photo offend you?
Yes, it unsettles me, it offends me, it conjures a whole history and legacy of white supremacy, anti-black racism, violence. This isn't just like an abstract or metaphorical thing, violence against black bodies. It's troubling to me. I understand that the Confederate flag means different things to different people, and there are people in the South for whom it just means the good old days in history, but the good old days weren't so good for black people and for this nation. So it troubles me, and it troubles me that people still use it.
Ben?
I doubt they had as much context as listening to this mom, I believe her. And the kid's like, I don't understand why this is a big deal. Well, she said she's going to definitely teach him why this is a big deal. Was it young, stupid kids being young and stupid? Absolutely. Should it cost them a summer internship or a summer job or not allow them to get into a college? No. Sometimes kids take really stupid pictures. And there was a lot of people, I'm sure, that are watching tonight that took really stupid pictures before there was social media. And they never had to deal with the backlash from it.
She said she
So
spoke to
I'm
him
not
about it a couple of years
defending the
ago,
kids.
though, Ben.
Yeah, I'm saying, though, put it in perspective. These kids look like they're doing the 007 sign. And here's the other thing. The young women that are in the picture, I highly doubt they were doing it based on race. They were probably doing it because it was prom and someone said, let's take a cool picture, and they were really stupid with it.
That's part of the problem, though. The extraordinary privilege of white privilege and white supremacy is that you don't have to know that the things you do offend other people. All you can do is occupy your own bubble.
Mark, it may not be race as much as you're trying to make it into race. It could actually be that there are younger people in America today that aren't obsessed about racial issues or being bigoted or racist as you're implying that they are.
Yeah, they're called white people. They're called white people. They're called white people, Ben. They don't. You're right. They're not obsessed.
But not every white person, Mark, doesn't like black people.
But that's not my point.
And not every white person that's young and takes a picture like this is a racist or was trying to be a racist, Mark.
You're disputing a point that I'm not making. I don't know what's in these kids' head. I don't know what their intention was. My point is that irrespective of your intention, actions have consequences. If these kids had held up a swastika and said, "Hey, we didn't," let me finish. Let me finish. If these kids,
you don't know if they're white privilege.
No, white privilege. No, white. I'm not talking about class privilege. I'm talking about the privilege of whiteness, being able to do things that are offensive to folk and not care or not have to know what it means. If these kids held up a swastika and said, "Hey, we don't know what this means," or they did a Nazi sign and didn't know what it meant, we would say, you know what? Despite the fact that they're ignorant to what it means, it's still deeply offensive, as it should be to my Jewish brothers and sisters. And as a consequence of that, they need to be made aware of it. I'm saying let's have that same context for everybody, for Jewish brothers and sisters, for gay brothers and sisters, for black and brown brothers and sisters. Let's have that same idea for everyone. I believe in second chances. I'm not saying these kids' lives need to be ruined, but let's not just say, oh, well, they didn't know, so it doesn't matter. Again, white privilege means you don't have to know.
But here's the thing. But Mark, here's the difference. I don't think that everything comes down to a racial narrative or a conspiracy or a white privilege. I think that you can actually have people that are younger that aren't growing up in a world where everything to them is about race. That's a positive thing, that we are moving on. I actually believe that some young kids are actually just young and naive, and that could actually be a good thing, so that they're not all obsessed with the racial issues that some other people want to deal with.
Just like that mom said that is deeply offensive to a lot of people, and her son should be well aware of that, and so should the kids in the photo. They said that this...
And I agree with the mom.
They compared this to, they said it was hunting, and